Hi, it's time for another 5-minute filament review. Here we have PETG Translucent Pink with Sparkles by GreenGate3D. This is a MakerBox sample. It is made from scrap plastics, made in the USA, prints at lower temperatures, and says a bunch of good things about it. So I printed it out. Here are the three models I printed. So let's start with the yet another filament sample. So I printed this at my standard Amazon Basics PETG settings. I think that's at 250 Celsius, which is above what the manufacturer recommended, but I decided I'd start with one of my usual profiles, see how it went. We did have some issues, so there was some bridging failure on the first layer of bridging down here on the bottom. It's kind of buckled. I'll be putting detailed pictures of this up on the website. There's also a little bit of stringiness and some roughness and a blob here on the top. I don't know if that blob is just kind of stuck in there. Get him out. Yeah, there's some stringy in here, some stringy there. It did the overhang all right. I think what happened on this is I printed it too hot. Basically, I didn't follow the directions. I decided to stick with my usual profile. We got a little bit rougher result than maybe we would have got with a slightly lower temperature. There is, interestingly, there's some black spot in the middle there that could just be black crud in my hot end. I've been printing some black lately. Other than that, it did turn out pretty nice. It is a pink color, it is sparkly. I don't know if you can see, there's kind of like gold colored glittery sparkles in there. It's somewhat transparent. You can see my tweezers through this thin section of the filament sample. Turned out all right. The next thing I did is I printed this. I lowered the temperature to 235 under the theory that it was still printing too hot, and we printed out this model here. This is a dragon by Almacen, one of my favorite modelers on Thingiverse. The dragon turned out great. It's printed with 3 shells. You can kind of see through the infill on the bottom, so that does demonstrate the translucency. But this model I think was pretty close to flawless. It is really stringy. I don't know if you could see the strings on camera, but there's a lot of strings between these upper points. A lot of strings here. Maybe further working on the temperature would help. I don't really know. Feels good and strong. Typical PETG. I'm happy with how this dragon turned out. I'm going to give it to my daughter as a toy once I cut or burn the strings off of it. And finally, we did our usual 60% Sir Layers a lot. He turned out fine. I lowered the temperature on him down to 225. There's still some strings in here. Some strings in here. And some strings here. So maybe we reduced the stringiness a little bit. I don't really know. Interesting, we still have I guess that's just some crud that fell on there. But he turned out, he's readable. You know, you can see the shield there. Shield looks good, details are in the shield, the helmet looks good. You can't really see the rivets just because of the kind of glittery nature of this. The back of it looks good, not all that readable, just again I think it's the nature of the color. Kind of glossy, strong, good adhesion to the build plate. This filament I think turned out fine. So there you have it. This filament printed out fine, although it did, for PETG, it did print out really, really stringy for me, but I think a little bit of effort with the snips or the hot air will burn those strings off. I'm happy with the result. Would I buy this? It's probably not my first color choice. I don't really print a lot of stuff in pink, but if I wanted a pink, sure, why not? Is it good that it's made out of recycled materials? Well, I guess it's always good to think about the environment and recycle things, but I don't know if I'd pay extra for recycled PETG. Thank you for watching my video. Please visit my website at www.smbaker.com for more electronics projects and sandrail stuff. Bye.